Aquaman witnessed several whales being harpooned for their meat. Enraged, he tears off their chains and flew off the ship's side, almost tipping it over. Cyborg notifies the Justice League about the ship's situation. Aquaman, joined by his Atlantean soldiers and sea creatures, launches an attack, shouting, "Take them down!" When a crew member falls off the ship, Aquaman catches him. The guy pleads for mercy, but Aquaman's like, "Are you asking for compassion? That whale you just killed had a family too. Its children were already slaughtered, lying on the deck of your mothership. Are you asking me for mercy?" Then, Wonder Woman swoops in, saying, "I'm going to have to ask you to stop this attack." Aquaman replies, "You don't get to ask that of me, Diana. I know what you and Superman have called for, but the oceans do not answer your calls. I'm the king of the sea, and I'll protect it." Wonder Woman says, "I don't want to fight you." Aquaman replies, "Then don't. Leave here. Don't look for trouble in the deep. Confine your arrogant crusade to land." Wonder Woman says, "You are a good king, Arthur. Let us pull these sailors out of the water, and then we will end this situation with words. There is no reason for us." Before she can finish, one of the Atlantean soldiers fires an energy blast at Diana's face. The soldier says he thought she was going to attack. Aquaman tells him, "No, you didn't. If you had thought, you would have realized it's a bad idea to piss off an Amazon." Diana then attacks Aquaman and screams, "Shut up!" and says, "I'm so sick of words." Aquaman finds himself deep underwater, surrounded by 3 whales. They were pleading with him to protect them. Meanwhile, above the water, Wonder Woman was giving orders to Green Lantern and Hawkgirl. She wanted the ships to be moved to safety and the sailors to be rescued. But before she could speak to Shazam, Aquaman suddenly pulled her beneath the water. As Wonder Woman found herself battling Aquaman underwater, Shazam came to her aid. He used his powers to lift Aquaman out of the water and said, "I don't want to fight you, Arthur. Please, call off your army. Stand down. You're outmatched." In response, Aquaman defiantly replied, "Outmatched? No. The sea is deep and full of secrets." The waves around them started to rumble as Aquaman continued. "You think only the surface world has weapons of mass destruction?" Shazam spots the Atlantean army running away and asks Aquaman, "What's happening? Where is your army going?" Aquaman replies, "As far away as they can." Green Lantern notices a huge wave coming towards them, but Hawkgirl sees something beyond it. Shazam asks, "What? What is that?" Aquaman makes fun of him and says, "Come on, Billy. You're supposed to have the wisdom of a Solomon in that head of yours. Use it." Shazam is shocked and says, "It's a myth! It's impossible!" Aquaman mocks him again, says the boy in a man's body, using powers given to him by a wizard. Wonder Woman tells Green Lantern to save the ships. Green Lantern lifts up the ship and creates energy shields around it. Aquaman tells Shazam, "You're going to need both hands in a minute." Shazam throws him back into the ocean, and suddenly, they all see something rising from the water, and it turns out to be the Kraken. It destroys Green Lantern's energy shields, causing the ships to sink into the sea. Batman connects to the Justice League and Atlantean communication channels. He talks directly to Aquaman and says, "Arthur, listen to me. He's coming. He's angry. He's in pain. You're hurting his friends. You need to stop, or there's no telling what he may do." Just then, Superman shows up. Kraken tries to protect Aquaman, but it doesn't work. Superman grabs Aquaman by the throat and demands, "Call it off." Aquaman explains, "They attacked us." Superman again demands, "Call it off now, Arthur." Superman gets even angrier and warns, "I do not want to hurt the creature further, but I will." Batman tells Aquaman to do as he says. Aquaman, with no other choice, calls off the attack. The Justice League starts rescuing the crew members. Superman tells Aquaman, "I called for a worldwide ceasefire." Aquaman replies, "Even your voice does not reach down into the deep, Superman. If you wish to rule the surface world." Superman interrupts and clarifies, "I do not seek to rule, only to protect." Aquaman tells him, "I understand. With the destruction of Metropolis, you lost your kingdom, but you can't have mine." Batman warns Aquaman not to provoke Superman, but he doesn't listen and boldly declares, "Superman, whether you can see it or not, Your reign is beginning, but the sea is mine alone to command. Diana jumps in and tells Superman to turn on his communicator. She informs him that Atlantean armies are rising in different countries all over the world. Aquaman calls it a reminder and says, "I am not some pathetic, self-appointed leader of an insignificant country who can be bullied into submission. Every port, every ship, everything that flies over the oceans does so with my blessing. Your world would grind to a halt if I willed it. Every landmass borders the sea. Your entire world is inside mine. Consider this a show of strength. Now, get the hell out of my ocean." Batman yells, "You idiot! He's not going to respond to an ultimatum." Wonder Woman asks, "Where are you going? You can't back down." Superman tells Wonder Woman, "I'm not backing down. Hot Girl, stay and help the sailors. Green Lantern, Shazam, come with us." Suddenly, Atlantis starts shaking. Aquaman is showing us his strength. It's time we showed him our strength. It's time we showed everyone who would threaten the world just how much power they're dealing with. No more holding back. Together, they all lift Atlantis and place it in the Sahara Desert, the hottest desert in the world. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.